the Etosha wreck with all the gold doubloons and everything. He's got a museum down in Key West where he shows everything. And whenever you find something like that, the government comes in and takes most of it.
Yeah, or the Smithsonian.
Tiffany, hey.
Hello.
Good to see you. Long time no
Good to
see.
see, good to see all of you. How
It's
are
good to
you?
see you. I like the purple.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah, he found it off. I think it was a couple of ships that were off the coast of Bimini.
Isn't there a lot of crashes out there that they turn up with all the time?
Yeah, there's the Bermuda Triangle. My mom lost a friend in that. He had
I
a two-seater airplane, and he took off from Miami to fly to Bahamas, and his flight disappeared.
I have mixed feelings about the Bermuda Triangle. I
I
think it's
don't know what
too.
it is. I have mixed
Yeah,
feelings too, but we have a
Yeah, I
friend that
don't
went
have enough
missing.
info.
We have a friend that went missing in it. We
well,
do.
it's just too popular of an area to sail through, and then the
There's a,
fact that it's not actually a triangle, like it's a really weird, like octagonal shape that actually
no, it's a
encompasses all
triangle.
of
It
the.
goes from Miami up to Nassau, over to Bimini, and back.
I don't know.
No,
Makes
that's only certain maps.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of magnetic anomalies there, and we actually lost a friend.
Well, yeah, and the coordinates. The coordinate things are weird when people talk
Mm-hmm.
about their dial spinning, and
Yeah.
the few stories that really get me about the Bermuda Triangle are any that involve like a green mist or something like that. Those ones always get me. I always like
That's
hearing
not
about like
involved.
portal.
All we
They have
know,
some where they have flights that have gone into like a green mist over that area,
well,
but
all we know is that he was going to Nassau, and they never found his plane. They never found him. They never found his passenger. They didn't even find the luggage he took with him.
you
And the
said it was just a single
water,
prop or
it was a two-seater,
oh
and
okay.
the Cessna, and the water between that part of Florida and the Bahamas is shallow. If you're way up high in an airplane, you can see anything on the bottom of the ocean. It's only when you cross the channel that you don't see anything, but that's just the channel. And they never found his plane, never found anything.
That would creep me out.
Well, it
Especially if
freaked
it's
us
somebody you
out.
know. Yeah, especially if it's somebody you know.
Yeah, I was a teenager when that happened. I think I was about 14 when it happened. My mom was real upset about it because he was a good friend of hers. He was an attorney down in Miami.
But what's the other one? Is it off the coast of Europe? The other is it the Devil's Triangle or something? It's in another
I don't know.
populated area, but there's two of them, and
I
yeah,
know there's more than one, but I've forgotten much about the other one. I think I read about it once. I don't know anything about it.
but yeah, and the Bimini Road always makes me have some questions as well because I don't necessarily think it's tied to like the Atlanteans, but I guess it depends on what you think of it like as the Atlanteans.
I
I
think
don't
it's
think
tied to a previous civilization.
for sure. Yeah,
No, won't argue that one.
And that's
yeah.
the best you can say because nobody knows where Atlantis was. Now they think it's the Eye of Riyadh.
Well, I kind of think there was a main like place that was Atlantis, but I think that the Atlantean civilization was kind of spread all over, and I think that's what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
explained by our structures that are on different
yeah.
continents that all kind of uh, are relatively similar to each other.
Yeah, they've
I
got
don't think
this.
that Atlanteans explain that.
Mm-mm. They've
The
got the
only
Riyadh.
explanation for that
They've got
is
the.
people dropped around the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like I said, a global I was thinking of the Atlanteans as like a global civilization, some kind of global civilization going on prior to us, where the technology was everywhere. Without them being, I think it's a farther reach to say that they were dropped in all of these locations. Odds are they probably traveled around
they
and
started
spread.
somewhere and then spread out. And there's a very good argument for the Riyadh structure to be possibly the remains of it because it has the concentric rings and everything. And at the time, there was water in it. which really makes me laugh because back in the 80s and the 90s, there was a bunch of groups of people that were coming to Florida, claiming to be Atlanteans in their previous lifetime, and they were drawn to Florida because it's the closest state to where Atlantis was. And I used to think, oh my God.
I'm agreeing with you there, but
Now you're going to find out that it was actually someplace else. What are you thinking now?
I think there's a bunch of weird stuff like that. Like I don't remember if it was where it was off of the Mississippi. They said they found one of those like guide stones that they thought had Viking writing on it.
Oh yeah, they're all over this country. They're
But it's
finding
wild
walls,
to think. It's wild to think that it came down the Mississippi at some point. Like that's not what you'd think of as the Vikings. Like,
well, it doesn't.
It's wild.
No, it makes sense if you think about it because they were seafarers and if they came close to the land, they only had that span coming to Greenland where they had to worry about the wide open
their
North
only
Atlantic.
recorded history. They never expanded upon the North American continent
Well, now
beyond Greenland.
And they got a guy over in, what was it, back in the 30s that found a cave in Colorado that had all kinds of Egyptian and Buddhist artifacts in it that the Smithsonian covered up.
Well, that's just alien shit.
Well, no, I think our history is all fake. I think all the history that they've taught us is a lie. I think there was something, there was a civilization ahead of us. Because now it's all coming to light. I mean, it's not just one thing. It's many things since the internet came, and they can't shut it down. They can't keep it a secret anymore. And you've got John Levy, you've got Justin Pollock, you've got all these people on YouTube and Rumble and BitChute that are showing evidence. You've got Roger over at Mud Fossil University, and he comes with an education behind him. So yeah, everything's been lied to us.
Smith, everybody's welcome to talk whenever they want to. Noah looks like she's doing something.
She's doing her hair.
And I don't know what Tiffany's up to. But everybody jumps in when they want to. They're more than welcome to jump in whenever they want to.
Is that a gold coin, Noah? That looked like a gold coin that you were showing there.
What kind of coin? What kind of coin is it?
What are they?
They're like RAF, every year the RAF makes a new plane, and I get a coin that's like imprinted with the planes on.
So they got different planes on them? Are they like older planes? Like, are they gold? What are those?
Yeah, they're gold plated.
Oh, okay.
I've got too many of them.
Hold on, hold it up again. Hold on a second. I couldn't see it.
That's pretty.
Hold it up one more time for me real quick. I just wanted to put you on bigger because I couldn't see it. Oh, nice. It's cool.
I've got too many of them.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah.
Very nice. Do you have the whole collection?
And say hold on to it. I always feel like people get rid of their collections when they're young.
I was just about doing that.
Don't sell it. I know you were thinking about it. She's like, I want to buy a motorcycle. I'm going to sell my collection and buy a motorcycle.
Hang on to it. Gold goes up daily.
I've been selling a lot of things.
Why you got to sell everything to buy a motorcycle? Why don't you just wait till you got enough for a motorcycle?
See, if one of those coins gets bent or destroyed, it's still worth the weight of the metal that's in it. But if you have an accident on your bike, you've got to spend more of those coins.
The bike loses value the second you purchase it.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, depending on the type of Harley Davidson you got, it only increases in value.
Well, that's a Harley.
Or a Triumph or an Indian bike. You know, hey.
I don't know if I could see Noah on a Harley, but maybe.
You couldn't see her on a Harley. Those things are so darn big.
I bet she's more of a crotch rocket, like speedster.
Honda?
Yeah,
A Honda or a Yamaha.
one of
I
those
have
sleek
no idea
ones.
what you're talking about.
I feel like you have a problem with speed, Noah. Hey, Emily,
No,
how's
I
it going?
don't.
Hey,
Yeah,
Emily.
I do
I think
not.
you were on here talking to me and Stone Wolf about this one day. You were talking about how many CCs you thought you needed, and I'm pretty sure you don't.
Oh, listen to this. Before I moved here, gold was going for approximately $9.40 an ounce. It's now at $2,624.63 per ounce.
Now you're just telling her that she can buy a nicer motorcycle. Don't give her
No,
any
I'm telling
ideas.
her if she hangs on to it any longer, it's going to get better. But then
Which
the
is what
money's
we do.
fiat.
We
The money's fiat.
hang on to our stash.
Yeah, hang on to it, hon. You're going to need that in the future. Don't get a bike. It'll get
Especially
stolen.
in England. Just joshing you. Do whatever you want with your money.
I'll be right back. I hear something loud outside. I'm going to go check it out.
No worries. Gotta train those chickens to attack. I feel like I would love to have an attack chickens.
I'm going to
At least
call it
a couple.
night.
All right.
Everybody be well. Happy New Year. And thank you for being here.
Oh yeah. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure. Absolutely. Take care, Stone.
Happy New Year.
Have a nice day.
It's night. It's night for all of us, Noah. Not everybody's just waking up. Everybody's getting ready to go to bed.
It's 2 in the morning.
Yeah, we were talking about your time traveling earlier.
Yeah.
So what are things like in the future? You got to tell us. Got any lottery picks for us or anything? You got a few hours on
It's
us.
raining.
It's raining.
It's been raining all day.
It's been raining here too.
No, I don't think you understand English rain. English rain is big.
It's like Seattle rain.
Um,
No, we got it. I think
I'll-
we got about 4 inches of rain today. I think something like that. It's somewhere between 3 and 4 inches.
It's been raining here almost every night.
But it's been dry for a while.
And we got that fog.
Because the ground's so warm. And cold rain coming down.
Yeah, I've missed it. We don't get it in South Florida, but we've been getting it here. But now they're getting it down in Miami, so it must be this cold front that's moving in.
Yeah. How cold is what is a cold front in Florida?
It could get down to in the upper 30s.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's done that before. And in my lifetime, it snowed twice in Florida, but both times it melts when it hits the ground. It just comes in little bitty flurries.
That's colder than I expected.
Yeah. Once it snowed, I was in Sarasota when I was 7, and it snowed in Miami in 1975 because I was on the 3rd floor of my apartment, and it was just flurries everywhere.
For some reason, my phone, whenever I turn off my GPS, so it's not locating me all the time, it always has my location now in Texas. Let's see, what part of Texas?
Yeah, mine put me in Maine yesterday.
I'm in the same county or same town in Texas every time I look at it, and I'm not sure why. Harris County, Texas. 61 right now. But for some reason, my GPS always pulls that up when it's turned off. I have to actually search my own town every time.
Mine was in Maine the other day when mine was off. I have to have it on, though, when I want to use Waze. I'm still learning my way around this area.
Hey, Emily.
Doing good, Emily. Can't complain. Hope you're well.
Bert says hello, Emily.
Bert, the cat?
Yeah. No, the bird.
Bert the bird?
I still have
That's
Bert. We're
It's a good
still
name for a
working.
bird.
Yeah, we're still working on it. He still wants to bite, but he hasn't bitten me since the initial bite. But he threatens. So apparently, whoever had him before me didn't treat him right. He's afraid of hands.
Was he like a hisser?
Yeah, he hisses and he jabs at you with his head, and he hits you with his beak, and then he fluffs up. And he's not very big for a cockatiel. I'm really surprised. The one I used to have, I used to have two, and they were twice the size of him.
I love cockatiels.
Yeah.
It's the only bird I've ever owned.
They're so
That
sweet
sounds-
when you can get them tame, but this one he's taking forever to tame.
Sounds like my mom's bird, Sunny. He doesn't like hands either. And one time she tried to let him out of the cage, and he flew right into her mirror and knocked
Aw.
out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so he just prefers hanging out in his cage, but he's got plenty to do. So
I
Well,
say my
the cockatiel,
cockatiel. We always kept a mirror on the backside, and he would have conversations with himself.
yeah, but they become antisocial if the mirror's there all the time.
Oh, we have to.
oh yeah,
We had to.
I
Our
know.
bird was too social. We had to isolate him and like put the blanket on him every once in a while because he
Yeah.
would always be paying attention to what was going on. Weird.
Yeah, our cockatiel Peanut used to love my cat. I had this one. I had a couple of cats, but this one cat I had was a big tuxedo, and we would often go off and do things and forget that the door to the cage was open and the bird was on top of the cage, and we would come home. The cat would be curled up in front of my pillow on the bed, and the bird would be nestled on him. That cat made sure nobody touched that bird. We had 3, and my son was next door with 2, so it was 5 cats on the property, and that one cat would just sit guard.
I feel like he was grooming that bird.
Yeah, that was his little buddy. Well, the bird used to groom him. He used to pick at his ears and
No, I think
pick
he
at
was
his fur.
raising him for his own for
Oh
a
yeah,
meal
this is
one
gonna
day.
be my meal.
Yeah.
he's like, I'm just waiting for that moment.
Yeah, actually,
Right.
she was a female, and we had a white one. But he was good around the bird.
That's rare. I always like there's always good YouTube videos of like odd couple animals
Mhm.
that hang out together. I like seeing
I've
a
had a lot.
lion
I've
and a
had-
dog hang out every once in a while.
I've
Be
had a
best
lot of
friends.
odd animals. I used to have a box turtle that liked my dog. He'd follow my dog around. And then I see this video on YouTube of these people who have a cat and a small box turtle, and they have, or a gopher turtle or something, and they got one of those little toy skateboards, and the turtle knows how to use it. He gets on the skateboard and he goes chasing after the cat. It's the funniest damn thing. It's on YouTube.
How big
the
do
little
box
kickboards,
turtles
and
get?
the cat's really freaked out.
Box turtles don't get very big, but we have a gopher turtle on the property here, and he's huge.
I was just trying to think about how one would get on a skateboard. I was like, that's interesting.
If I can find the video, I'll send it to you. I'm going to look right now. There's
seen,
several
that
videos.
big.
What were you saying, Noah?
Skateboard about that big.
About that big? Yeah.
You know the little finger skateboards?
Yeah.
That's what they're using.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I
Box
saw.
turtles I have around here in the pond and near the creek. You can put them in a shoebox. Yeah.
They're mostly snappers around you, Terry.
Snapping turtles, box turtles. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I say so many snapping turtles in Illinois. They actually get really big. I've seen some pretty big snapping turtles before. About this big around was probably the biggest one I saw. It almost took off my little brother's thumb when he reached towards his mouth.
Especially
He's also,
if you have a farm pond.
yeah.
I
These ones
had-
are on like a little creek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It looks like a log.
there's several
I'd missing
shorts.
fingertails.
I'm going to post the
Yeah,
link to one of them.
Share it. Are you on your computer?
I'm on both.
Are you on your computer on StreamYard?
No, I'm on my phone on StreamYard, and I
Never
have my
mind then.
laptop open.
Never mind. Then put it in the chat.
There it
I'll
is
see if
on
I can
that
find-
chat.
See if I can find a way.